Hey, how's it going? Um, Been a long time since the last commentary, and as always, I've been very hesitant on making a return to the RuneScape video making scene. But I don't know, I'm really enjoying this account at the moment. After a little bit of hiatus, so I figured I'd fill everybody in on what's happened in like the past 6 months since the last video. Um, because I figure it'd be kind of fun to just talk through process and my thinking sort of process behind a lot of decisions made so far, and maybe some future um, plans for the account. So, yeah, if we rewind 6 months, I was training agility. No, I wasn't. I was training runecrafting. I was doing law runecrafting with the balloon. I did that from level 54 to 82. 82, I went and got quest requirements for lunar diplomacy. Did that and did double nats from 82 to 91, and then switched over to double natures from 91 to 99. Um, it worked out pretty well. I didn't really make as much money as I would have liked to, but I can't be too fussy. And if I need more money, I guess I'll just make more via the same method. It was right in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic, like lockdown in the United Kingdom, and whilst that's probably not got anything to do with the price of nature runes, just more people were playing the game, and I think there was just like um, more people, mainly like gold farmers, uh, crafting nuts and selling nuts because they did go as high as about 230, 280, but they dropped back down to like 230, and it's pretty mediocre money um, by today's standards, but it's the best I've got, so probably just do that if I need more money. Sorry. So what I did, so I probably made about 350 mil from Runecrafting in total, which is pretty nice. Um, and with that money, I spent it on 99 herb lore, smithing, and magic. I uploaded 2 videos showcasing the methods I did, just to offer a bit of like transparency on how the skills were getting trained to avoid any like misconceptions or accusations of, I don't know, cheating or whatever, because it's something that I wanted to try and stay as faithful as possible to. Um, but yeah, a bit weird coming out of runecrafting, which is 20k an hour, to do Herbal, which was like 300k an hour with super energies. Um, so yeah, that was kind of fun to do. And then smithing and magic took a little bit longer, probably about 2 or 3 weeks, probably close to 3. And as soon as I finished that, I basically, sold off the potions I've made, the bars I've smithed, and I had like 80 or 90 mil left, and I just bought some Slayer stuff like 150k cannonballs, 3k parapots, and made some Zami brews and etc. And got into Slayer. Um, did 40 to like 82 with relative ease, but decided around then to start like flip-flopping between fishing and Slayer because I want to get the fishing XP, the strength XP from fishing, because it'll aid in Slayer, and then I also enjoy the AFK time because I'm basically limited to 5-tick fishing. 3-tick was, I don't think it was really available. The most advanced we got was 4-tick, but that was later on in 2014. So it's just 5-tick. It's like 50k an hour, and it's pretty nice to be honest. Kind of refreshing, because I've not done that fishing for such a long time. So it's pretty nice, and it's again it feels like quite fast considering I'm just coming out of Slayer, and that's like 22k an hour or something stupid. It's so slow, but it's a richer in-game experience for that fact, and um, it's just quite enjoyable. Again, it's just very refreshing because whilst I got 200 mil on my main, I only did like 87 Slayer I think on that account with like skip tasks and stuff. I remember getting like 85 Slayer in like late November 2013 and just camping whips. And I think I got like up to 87 before the end of the year, and then I didn't touch it again until it was like basically my last 99 on my main. So it's nice. It's slow, but it's a richer experience. Enjoying it. Um, I definitely like to sort of take a break though, probably about 85 or something, and either, well, probably just finish off fishing entirely, and probably bump my runecrafting up to 15 mil and probably make just shy of 100 mil or something from that. Um, because I'm going to need to do it at some point, and in an ideal world, I'd probably do mining before, but I just can't be bothered. Um, but yeah, I'll just make a bit of money to afford an additional bit of Slayer, and I should probably see like a return on Slayer, like a one-to-one return. Like if I put 100 mil into it, I should see 100 mil back in loot, and I'll get whips at 85, which is quite nice for the GP return. Um, but yeah, I also kind of want to make a bit of money to get prayer up a little bit. I don't want to sink like 150 mil into it, but I reckon if I dropped maybe half of that, it would probably benefit me in the long term. That'd be cool. But yeah, I probably have done about a week and a half of Slayer in total. Like, goes quite quick because it's often quite enjoyable in the like early stages of the skill. Most skills are, but Slayer in particular, I always find is very, very fun for the first few 100 hours. Um, Upgraded my gear. I got fire cape at like level. I think I got fire cape at 73 ranged. Basically did that because if I did it at like 75, there'd obviously be accusations of using a blowpipe, so I purposely did it a little bit under. And whilst it only took me one attempt, it did take quite a while, like just over an hour and 40 minutes with a rune crossbow. And I got hit by Jad once. I've not done a fire cape on this game since um, like April 2013 or something, very, very long time ago. But it's all the same shit, really. I've done quite a few. Did for well, kilns, which is the upgrade from the fire cape on RS3, and you've got to switch for Jads on that game still. It's same shit. It just takes a little bit longer. Didn't really struggle with it. It's just super boring. And then a little bit after, I went and got Barrow's gloves from RFD. I had like 120 quest points, and I got to 177. Basically in a day, and I remember going to bed that night, and my brain was absolutely fried from just doing like a little bit over 30 quests or something in a day. But it's good, and this is effectively the max gear for Slayer. I always loved this gear because it's got a nice mixture of just like welfare and then like natural account progression gear, such as a fire cape, barrows, gloves, and defender. They're all, you can't buy them. Your account has to progress to earn them. And then, the Fury and the Zerker are the only things that really cost any money. Um, but this is best in slot with overhead and piety on every task. However, it's not something I really got that much like authority to comment on. As I mentioned, I only did like 87 Slayer in 2013, and I just used to run around with like Guthans and a whip. Guthans is horrendous. It's so slow and unreliable, and Jebrin was the big sort of um, author of Slayer very early on. He sort of figured out the double hit spot mechanics, and he repped this gear for most of his Slayer. But for anyone who was slaying back then, I really would appreciate any input because it's quite like out of my comfort zone really because I've never really trained Slayer like this. I've got 200 mil Slayer and I've never actually you know gotten 99 Slayer the way that it was when the game first got released, which is something I was probably robbed of. Um, so I'm enjoying like recreating it now. The only exceptions with Slayer have been I have spiritual creatures and worms on my block list. I've got 3 blocks, and I'll probably be blocking krakens pretty soon, or hydras, or whatever I unlock first. I think it's krakens. The reason behind that is just that it's a tad unfair to have to skip tasks that weren't available to me back in the day. But at the same time, I figure that if like playing devil's advocate, if I left them, the time that I'd spend skipping those tasks and redoing them would pay like dividends for certain updates that I am using without like consent, such as like static spawns and things like that. But we're getting a bit too complicated there, so I just figured to block them just to sort of maintain that like immersion because yeah, it's pretty important to me to keep this account like quite pure. Yeah, really enjoying it. I have had a few like hiatuses throughout the coronavirus lockdown. I just had that, you know, time's infinite sort of mentality. Free time at least is infinite, so I neglected old school RuneScape. It probably would have been around like 88 Runecrafting. I was neglecting the game. I did 200 mil archaeology on RS3. Didn't go for any super high rank or anything. Finished in the top 200. Um, but I did start like a 2 weeks, like a week later, and yeah, I had no money, so I was like scrambling to make money whilst doing that. It was quite expensive early on, but I got it done, and I feel that if I didn't do it then, I probably would have never have done it because most of the reason I was doing it was just because of the camaraderie me and a group of friends had in voice with each other. We were all around the same level, couple mil XP separating us, so we're all just helping each other out and just playing loads of hours, and it was pretty cool. They got released like right as coronavirus lockdown began in the UK, so it was a fucking perfect, like perfectly timed update on RuneScape's part. It was probably the most pure environment for competing for a new skill. If the skill wasn't so like like money dependent, I guess you could cry about, but um, needless to say, it was a very nice like to have a level playing field because quite a lot of people who would have been playing would have been out of work and school and university, etc., for the coronavirus pandemic. So that was quite cool. And then I spent a bit more of the lockdown playing other games. Terraria 1.4 got released, so that was great fun to play. Bit disappointing, but still sunk about 100 hours into that. Had a good bit of fun. Played a bit of Minecraft with like 3 different friendship groups. It's a game that I've played a little bit. Probably play it for like 60 hours a year, and those 60 hours are like in 4 days, and then I just like think, oh, fuck, I can't be bothered doing anything else and just stop playing. But yeah, it was good fun to play with those groups of people. Had a lot of fun with that, and I read quite a bit as well, which is something I've never really done. Like since I finished school, I never used to read, but it's just that that infinite time mentality that the lockdown gave me was pretty nice just to do some other stuff. But this is the longest like I've played the account for now. Like I've probably played for about 2 or 3 months now without a break. Went back to work in the kitchen at the start of July, so I've been back there now for just over 2 months. Well, 2 months on the dot really today. Um, yeah, 2 months, and everything's steady. Probably playing this account about anywhere between 40 and 60 hours a week, which is perfect really for me. It's no rush. It's definitely no rush. So yeah, thanks for watching. I really want to be 99 Slayer and fishing, but by the end of the year, Slayer will get me all my combats, or at least it should do. Um, the way that the task weightings were changed in like 2016 might mean that I get a little bit less, and I don't know, I'd probably just camp Abyssal Demons, I reckon, for that combat XP. It's probably the best bet for me to do for some melee XP, and if it was, it would literally be for about 2 mil melee XP, and I could get that done in like 2 days, so no big deal. But yeah, thanks for watching. I really want to make some more videos, maybe even stream some Slayer, because I know that in the future I'll definitely want to have the resources um, like documented appropriately, and yeah, I'd like to sort of get started on that, but I suck at streaming. And also, if you want any like non-canon, non-video related updates, just some screenshots and general thoughts, you can follow my Twitter. Um, link both of those back. Link both of them back. Bleh. Link both of those down in the description if you want to follow, keep up with progress on this account. But yeah, again, third time. Thanks for watching, and yeah, see you in the next one.